Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Muhammad Nuruddin Lemu, and I'd like to share a few thoughts with my fellow husbands and fathers, sons and brothers, uncles, especially during Corona times, shutdown mode. Some of us have probably never spent 24 hours a day for the last God knows how long, for the next God knows how long, with just the family and us. It's an adjustment period, but it's important we adjust quickly and we adjust in the direction of the Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. This period is a test for many families. Some will pass, unfortunately, some will fail. Some will get together, get to know each other, grow, bond better. For some, this period will bring out the worst in them and rip the families apart. In fact, some families would probably not stay together if there were no curfews. Probably that's the only thing keeping them together. In Islamic law, a lot of the minor details of rights and responsibilities of husbands and wives, a lot of that is left to culture. Yes, the husband provides financially and otherwise, and they have mutual responsibilities, but usually the details are left to families to decide what's in the best interest of the preservation of the family, or what you call the maqasid of Sharia as it applies to family, safety, justice, compassion, mawadda wa rahma, love, compassion, tranquility, or sakina. So the details are usually left to individuals to see what suits both of them. And sometimes they even have a marriage contract where they have certain terms and conditions that suit their own unique situation. One maxim that Muslim scholars recognize as across the board is that with change in situation, there will be change in laws and change in fatwas. The scholars actually say, La yunkar tagirul hukum or tagirul fatwa bitagir az-zaman, or tagirul ahwal, that there's no denying that laws change. You have change in laws or change in verdicts, religious verdicts, as situations, times, contexts change. Most cultural sharing of rights and responsibilities have not factored in Corona times, lockdown, stay-at-home modes. And so I'd like to remind us about certain standards that the Prophet ﷺ left for us. The Prophet ﷺ said, خَيْرُكُمْ خَيْرُكُمْ لِأَهْلِكُمْ. The best of you are those who are best to their wives. So apart from the general hadith where the Prophet said the best among you are those who are most useful to others, khairun nas man yanfa'un nas, the best of mankind are those who are most useful among mankind, he narrowed it down also and said the best among you are those who are best to their wives, also translated as best to their ahlikum, best to their families. What's interesting is that the Prophet is using as a measure of human goodness how good we are, how valuable we are to our families and our wives. When the Prophet ﷺ spent time at home, some of the companions got curious what he was doing at home. Most of the time he was at home. And some of them asked Aisha, one of his wives, what did he do at home? What was he busy doing? And she said he preoccupied himself in the service, in the khidmah of his family. He helped with the chores. He gave a helping hand. He washed. He milked the goats. He cleared rubbish. He tidied. He kept the place clean. He mended his own clothes. He mended his own shoes. The reason I'm raising this is because I think when cultural roles have left domestic chores to our wives and daughters and sisters and mothers, that it is important we emphasize the superiority of the Sunnah in every situation. And I think it becomes more glaringly unjust during corona times, during lockdown, shutdown modes, that the husband is just sitting outside or in the house on social media watching television while our sisters are busy clearing cobwebs, cooking, washing, cleaning up, preparing the next meal, tidying, and trying to handle everything. I think it's the highest level of irresponsibility of a man, especially a Muslim man, if the family needs his time and he doesn't serve as the Prophet served. You set a terrible example for your children. And I think this is the time when husbands and wife need to start talking. Sisters, you need to be open. You need to speak up. Brothers, you need to create a safe space where sisters can say exactly how they feel and where things pinch the most. This is not the time when the wife just becomes a slave. The slavery is over, we know that. But not slavery by other means. Not even when she says, don't worry, I can handle it. You know what you can do. You follow the sunnah and don't let your wife stop you from following the sunnah. Do what you know you should do. Do more if you can. Why? Because the greatest charity, the Prophet ﷺ said, was the one you show to your family. So look at how to share chores. Look at who can handle safety. Children are not in school. How do you create the routines? How do you ensure lessons that their growth and development continues? How do you manage family responsibilities in a way that is fair? The best among you, the Prophet said, are those who are most useful to their families, those who are best to their families. I hope that the habits we develop during shutdown mode will help us get closer to the sunnah and serving our family even after shutdown mode, that we will actually be better, that this situation will not just reveal who we are, but would help us become real men, being more like the Prophet, peace be upon him, following his sunnah and seeking Allah's pleasure at the same time. I hope we will be able to look back at the good old corona days when the family was tight and where something good began. That we can look back at the corona days as the days when the family changed for the better. And with all the hell going on outside, that was a time that the family started to become a heaven in this world. Turn the unfortunate contexts that we find ourselves in into a khair, and let's take advantage of this while it lasts, because after every hardship is relief, and we may go back to normal life, but having failed to get closer to the sunnah when it was needed most, that we failed to serve the family the way the Prophet did at a time when that was most important. How will we stand before Allah? May Allah make it easy for us all. Assalamu alaikum.